Okay, Richart, if you could tell us, please, where are you up to now with your bottle islands, please?
Well, as most people know, the island started on the west coast of Mexico, and it was stopped after just 4 months by police. And we put that back in the trash. And the second attempt was in Puerto Ventura, which lasted 7 years. It had mangroves 8 meters tall, and the roots were all through. And the whole thing got washed onto the beach, the rocky bit of a beach in Puerto Venturas, and that was chopped up by the local government and put back in the trash. And I was already clearing, so everything was cleaned up. Some people think that bottles floated away. Never did. Nothing ever did. It was cleaned up. It was a shame because those trees were on it, and I was actually chopping it up in meter squares with a mangrove on each one approximately, and I was going to reassemble it on the water. So that's how serious I am about this project, and that's part of the reason why I'm answering in this way, is because there's certain people that just don't know, and they're making up negative things, and
you're always going to get that, though.
Yeah, you do.
So where are you at with the third one?
So the third attempt was in Isla Mujeres, and still is. Some people think the island washed away. Some people think I've just abandoned it. None of that is true. I did come away for a while. It's tied up well in a mangrove inlet on a little mangrove outcrop in the Bay of Isla Mujeres. So it's come out of the lagoon. So most people who go to try and find the island, they think it's still in the lagoon. Well, it came out of the lagoon almost 2 years ago. But the thing was there was some complaints because I had so many visitors in the lagoon. There was residents living there, and people with golf carts were parking in the wrong place. And that was probably the main reason why I had to come out of the lagoon. But I wasn't really ready, and I was getting the right posts. I had the money from the TV that had just been the do-it-yourself channel, and we built a smaller version to show how it's all done. The bottles are totally preserved inside because they're in darkness. Now on the floating island now, after it was brought out, there was a hurricane that came by. It wasn't a direct hit, but because we couldn't get it moored properly, and that was because I was forced out before I'd actually ordered strong post. It's called sapote. It's a type of wood that they use for moorings. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, but it's very expensive, and you have to wait for it. You order it, and then it comes over from the mainland, and I was waiting for that order, and then I was ordered out of the lagoon. So we had to do like makeshift moorings with concrete posts that weren't made for that, and it was a lot of work, an immense amount of work, but they cracked, and so I don't think I can be blamed for that. And I know I am getting quite a bit of blame and flack about stuff like that.
But this is how we learn.
But the thing is, I think it's worth saying it. Now, I don't want to put any blame on the authorities because they were under pressure from some of the locals.
Of course, yeah.
And I don't
There's
want to blame
several
the locals
agendas at play here.
There was a lot of people coming, so it was just the way it was. And that's how I like to look at things.
So where are we heading with it now then?
So right now, it's been tied up there, and I have some friends that are checking on it and have sent me videos, and everything's okay with it, apart from there was part of the edge damaged when it broke free when the hurricane passed and it hit the shore. So some of the bags are loose, and some of the wood is breaking on that edge. So I'm absolutely this year going to get that edge fixed.
And back on track.
That's my promise. And I mean, if I have to say at the end, God willing, because
of course,
we just never know. I mean, but I am definitely 100% focused on this year having that edge fixed. Now, whether I go in person is another thing. So I may get some friends there and send some money and get that done. But it's not a lot of work. Just to neaten it up, make sure the bottles are all intact and inside.
There'll be plenty of us there to help, mate.
Sorry?
There'll be plenty of us there to help.
Yeah, wonderful, and so that's the first stage, and maybe then get the house collapsed, so with a layer of, the roof of the house is a grass roof, so the grass roof will go over all the wood that's laid down, so it'll make the base even stronger.
Perfect.
And it'll give a nice soft walking area, and then there'll be a plan for the island to create another form of dwelling, something I think pyramid style, bamboo.
Good choice.
You know, another eco bathroom and solar cooker, and maybe it'll be up and running for tours and people can come and stay again. And that could all happen in the space of a year. So there is the other thing with the barley project. I was invited and all expenses paid. So they're serious. It's a serious ecological group in the barley area. They want 3 floating islands, a fair bit bigger than the Joysxee one in Fuerteventura, in Isla Mujeres, sorry.
So expansion is on the cards.
Yeah, and they want me to just guide that, so I won't always need to be there. So I can, and there will be some financial income from that, which I can invert into the island in Mexico, as long as the authorities are going to be okay with me. So I think they will be, because I think there's a lot of people now, after seeing it now, it's a shame because it didn't need to end like that, and it hasn't actually ended. So it's not the end.
It's only the beginning.
But actually the trees are growing, and if it was just left there and maintained, it would become a land extension, which is still a very good thing. You could extend Europe, you could extend Australia to the size of Europe.
And get rid of a shitload of rubbish in the meantime.
Exactly, and not get rid of, well, get rid of it.
Or reuse it.
You don't see it, it gets covered with corals, reuse it.
Reuse it as material.
Using it the most wise way, I believe, to use all forms of trash.
And it will last hundreds of years.
Maybe thousands, why not?
Yeah.
It's trapped in an innate environment where the temperature doesn't change hardly at all, underneath in the root systems where the sun doesn't get in, and the corals go underneath and the roots go between the bottles and stop friction.
Yeah.
So with the waves on the edge and the roots going through, the sliminess of the seaweed, there's no friction.
So if you got it big enough, it would be able to survive pretty much any sort of weather.
Yeah, and even a tsunami, once you get it away from the ocean edge, it's just a ripple going under it. So this is something that can solve the trash problem of the world.
The land problem of the world.
It can solve the overpopulation and
exactly.
running out of land and urbanizing. And it creates a lifestyle, you know, with the wind-powered washing machine that I created, that heats up with the sun, with all broken mirrors. So you're making life safer by taking mirrors off the dump and making solar cookers and water heaters. I have the whole new world respect for life, way of living that doesn't involve even living in the old world where they're continuing to destroy the nature. This is a way of moving forward and out, off grid.
Solving multiple problems at once.
A wonderful, exciting way. And it can be the safest place to be.
Brilliant.
You know?
Awesome. Thank you very much.